Well, welcome everybody. I know that sometimes it's difficult making the connection. Hopefully I'm going to have information that will really help you in your classrooms. So today what we're talking about is diversity and inclusion. And Oxford will be uploading this onto their webpage, so you'll be able to see all of the PowerPoint. And you can look at it much more carefully because there's lots of information. What the experts say is one of our best tools is getting to know the whole child. Again, we all have diversity in our classes, so this is one way of helping ourselves balance out the diversity. What's the student really good at instead of what is the student always bad at? How would you describe the student's personality? What are some of the things the student loves best? These are a way of engaging and bringing the student into the class. What time of day does a student seem most likely to display difficult behaviors? This is an important one. And hopefully most of you know that it's better to give the thinking tasks in the morning and the afternoon tasks more active tasks. What's life at home for this student? How well does the student seem to know him or herself and identify his own challenges? Right? So if you can answer some of these questions or all of them, you're going to have an easier time relating to that student and pulling that student into the classroom routine. So here's the question, and this takes us into the growth mindset. Do you believe that all students can learn? And this is not such an easy question. When I first saw this, I said, of course I do. I believe all students can learn. Well, when I really started reading about this, I realized that I didn't. I didn't believe all students can learn. I had prejudices. I didn't believe this statement, and now I do, 100%. You can develop your intelligence through studying and effort. This is something we want ourselves to believe, and these are things we want our students to believe. And what we're going to do is ask them to put them into order. So they're all separated, they're all out of order, and the students, to put them into order, they need to read them. There's always a bit of anxiety here, and one student will always freeze in each group because they really have no idea. They're looking for the correct sequencing. So we help them a little bit. We can give them hints. And in this case, I've given them 2 hints. In which frame is there a girl with blonde hair thinking about a machine that tells time? This is the second frame. Do you see that one? All right, so this is the one I'm talking about. Now they know that that's the second frame. I don't like giving the first frame. That's too easy. But that's the second frame. They still need to read it, but at least they know that's 2. And I'm going to give one more hint. In which frame is someone carrying an umbrella? That's the 5th frame. Well, you probably all see that that's the one carrying the umbrella. I'm not giving information away, but I'm helping them look at the image, get comfortable, and know that they can put that in the 5th place. And now they work together to read all of them and put them in a sequence. And it's really important also to appreciate whatever sequence they put it in, as long as they can justify it. Right? So we don't want to say there's absolutely one answer. There's one sequencing in the book, but if they can justify another order, let them do it. So here again we see what's scaffolding. And I'm going to give you some definitions maybe that will expand your own. They generate a work environment that reduces anxiety for the student and the teacher. They strengthen the affect domain because students need to recognize and accept the strengths and weaknesses of their classmates. They target previous knowledge and skills. They help students to strengthen their weaknesses while being supported by their peers. We've mentioned these. And they help build community within the class. So a strong learner in one activity might be a weaker learner in another activity, and they learn to appreciate each other. So how will this help our diverse class? For an autistic student, these questions help them become organized, and they recognize and solve potential problems. For the ADHD student, it helps them to review continually something very important for them, what the tasks are and what his responsibilities are within the group. For Down syndrome students, it's again a review because they have short-term memory and they have working memory deficits. So if you keep asking them to answer these questions, it helps them become organized and engaged. The gifted student, it helps them to break patterns and explore new perspectives while working. They already, no matter what age they are, they're already using memory and habitual learning patterns. This helps them break out of it. Students entering late, it helps again. The students they're working with review what they've done and helps them on moving forward. Thank you for your willingness to have connected, to participate, to consider new strategies, and help a diverse class become inclusive. And I encourage you to use scaffolding activities, to use a growth mindset in your class, and also to see how thinking frameworks will help all your students become engaged.